Hello, Béatrice. So first of all, thank you for welcoming us at Criteo office and sharing insight about your outsourcing journey with us. So first of all, can you give us some insight about Criteo's business and your role at Criteo?
Yes, hi Marie-Pierre. It's good to have you here. So Criteo is a global tech company in the digital advertising industry. We help marketers and media owners reach their goals through our commerce media platform. At Criteo, I lead the internal IT team, the IT department, which runs and develops applications and services for all our Criteo employees and for our business departments.
Can you describe a little bit the scope of service you outsource to LTIMindtree?
We are outsourced to LTIMindtree almost 2 years ago now. The end-user support, both the remote service desk and the on-site presence in some offices, as well the end-user services like collaboration tools, device management, and lastly, the development and the operations of some of our business applications, like SAP CC, Salesforce, ServiceNow, some custom applications.
Could you give us a little bit of insight about your experience? What has been your challenges and how did you overcome this first generation outsourcing journey?
First experience as well working with India, so we had to adjust to the cultural fit. One thing to mention is that we did the transition during the COVID period, so in full remote. We haven't even met before signing the contract. I think we met one year after the beginning of the contract. The governance that we have put in place, both from operational level to central level, helped us a lot in the transition and as well in the engagement. It's good to have a contract that is precise enough, but give us as well flexibility to adjust to the changes.
How did you mitigate the risk around data privacy, data security and other IP-related topics?
Data security and cybersecurity is key for Criteo and for the internal IT. So we did several things. First, each associate from LTIMindtree go through a background check. Then as well, LTIMindtree had to follow our Criteo security requirements on the engagement. Third, very important, is that each associate laptops have the Criteo image on it. So we manage the laptop of the LTIMindtree associate and they connect with Criteo credentials to our systems. And lastly, cybersecurity awareness training are done by LTIMindtree and with regular refreshers.
What have been your main criteria and how have you assessed the partner you have chosen?
Yes, we did a thorough RFP process, very classical. The first criteria was some savings target that we had to achieve. The second as well was the scope of services and technology that the vendor was offering, so both fitting our current needs but potential future needs as well. And last, very important criteria for us was the cultural fit.
How did you ensure a smooth collaboration and communication between your partner, us, and your internal IT team?
At internal IT, we used to work with contractors in a one-team mindset. So we continued with this mindset to work with LTIMindtree teams. Another thing that is helping is that we are using the same tools. So we have Criteo email address, we use Zoom, we use Slack, so to communicate all together. And as well, we have governance meetings, team meetings, and LTIMindtree associates are including in the meeting, based on their functions.
Would you be able to describe one successful project you have delivered with us?
One very successful scope is the ServiceNow run and development. So it's working very well. I think first because the LTIMindtree teams are very good skills, very high skills that deliver good quality, very good quality. And we work in one team very closely all together.
if you would have to conclude, what would be your lesson learned? And I would say, what would be your advice to your peers, CIOs, who would have to enter in the same journey as you?
So lessons learned, first is that the transition period is very important, and be prepared for it is very important. Having as well exit criteria. Second is monitoring the performance of the services, knowing what are the expectations we want to reach and monitor it, because we need to hold the vendor accountable. Then having an operational governance linked with a central governance that helps us a lot to drive the engagement and as well to solve any issues. The collaboration as well is key, as we said, one team mindset, we are all in it. At the end of the day, if an IT service is not working, it's myself being accountable. What is important and what we did well is the contract, having a contract that is precise enough to guide the engagement, but as well flexible enough to adapt to changes. Then what would be my advice to CIOs for first generation outsourcing? So first, do a thorough RFP. Be clear of what you want to get with an outsourcing partnership. Looking that as a partnership. It's not a client-supplier, it has to be a partnership. Choose as well the right target operating model, engagement model that fits your needs and or fits the readiness of the scope that you want to outsource. As well, do not underestimate the impact on the internal teams. That's a change for everybody. And then have the proper governance and the proper contract to support the engagement.
Thank you, Béatrice, for those insights, and hope to continue the journey for many next and coming years.
Thank you, Marie-Pierre.